everybody, and welcome to American Girl Afternoon. Today we are trying something a little bit trickier but really cool and really fun. We are going to crochet scarves for our dolls. So if you've never crocheted before, you will want to pay attention to the information that's on the Children's Department website, especially if you don't have anybody at home that knows how to crochet. My mom and my grandma both knew how to crochet, so they taught me, but it's been a long time since I've done it. So I always forget a little bit and have to go back and relearn, but it's not hard. It takes a little bit of thinking, but it is not particularly hard, especially for what we're going to be doing today. So the very first thing that you have to do to get started, just like when we were learning sewing, is you have to make a knot to get your yarn onto your hook. So there's a video on the blog. I don't do it the way that they do it. They do it the professional way. I do it the lazy person way. So I just wrap my yarn around my needle, hook. Oh boy, it's separating. So that's probably why you don't do it that way. And then I pull it tight. And it's called a slip knot because it should be able to slip up and down on your, there we go, on your needle. So if it can't move up and down easily, you need to make it looser. And if it falls right down, you got to make it a little bit tighter. So I don't do it the way that you're supposed to, but it does get the job done. So the next thing you need to do, you've made a hole with your slip knot, and you need to pull another piece of string through that hole. Again, you will notice if you watch the videos of the really good people doing it, I don't hold my string the right way either. So you have to wrap it around and get it so that it goes under your hook. And that's why I do it the way I do it, because I know that it works. And then you pull it through the loop. So that was 1. You have to do 13 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. All right. This is where it gets a little bit harder, but it's not something that you can't do. So as you can see, each one of these loop-de-loops that you can see at the top, that is called a chain. This is called a chain stitch, and you did it because you made a chain of stitches together. So to start another row, you worked from this way to this way. Now you want to go up top and you want to work the opposite direction so that you can make a brand new row. So the way that you do that is you go over not one, can you see it? Not one chain, but 2 from where you left off, and you pull the string through both loops, and that gets you onto that top line. Then from there, you just go back into every hole that there is and do the same thing. You pull your string through both loops. And I can't talk and do this at the same time, so I'm going to be quiet while I make my second row. One nice thing is you don't have to count as much now that you're going backwards, because you're just retracing your steps. It also might be good to not make your stitches too tight. I made mine pretty stinking tight, and it's a little hard to get the needle back through them. So I've made it back through and made another row. Then you do the same thing, and if it's easier for you to flip it around so you're always now working backwards, you can do that as well. And all you do is, oops, go over 1, 2 stitches, stick it through, pull it through 2 loops. And then I made these way too tight. But at any rate, and it might take you a few tries. It is awkward to hold all of this at the same time, and I'm sure that's why the people on YouTube hold it differently, because they probably don't drop it as much as I do. But you're going to do that over and over and over and over again until you have 39 rows. And again, I would recommend not making it as tight as this, and a good way to do that might even be to use a bigger crochet needle, which I do have. So we'll try it and I'll show you the difference, how the chains look with a bigger needle. Probably should have been counting. I was not counting to get myself to 13. But anyway, look how much bigger your chains are when you use a bigger needle. So if I wanted to go back and do another row, I would just pull and pull, and then from here I would go to the next one, and the next one, and so on and so on and so on until I would get to the end. So I am not going to make the full scarf because I'm going to save some yarn, not that we don't have enough, but save the yarn for you guys. But that is how you do it. It's not that hard. It just takes a lot of practice and some thought and some counting. So I can't wait to see what your scarves look like. Please share pictures with me when you are finished. And I hope you enjoyed this craft. Have a great day.